Alright, welcome back. Today I'm going to demonstrate some other additional functions with specifically the orbits of the satellites. So let's start. We're going to get this thing running. Run. And then hit single. Now it's going to generate still the same thing every 2 seconds or so. Once it gets going, we'll be able to go and look at exactly where the ISS is. Alright, there you go, off the coast of South America. And as it moves, you can see it. This is called an inertial orbit. That means the orbit is inertially fixed. It means essentially it's treating it as if the Earth is not rotating, which is why the ends of the orbits link up. Now, if we want to see it in another type of orbit, say a fixed type of orbit, fixed frame, we can generate it that way. I'll uncheck the display orbit in inertial versus fixed frame box, and there you go. That's what it looks like in fixed frame. When you see it 3 orbits, that's a default setting for single or for low Earth orbit satellites. All right, so instead, maybe we want to see both the fixed frame and the inertial frame. So I check this box, concurrent or inertial and fixed frame, and there you go. And it differentiates them by color, which makes it a little easy to determine which one's which. Like I said, the default is 3 for low Earth orbits. However, say we don't want to see that. Maybe we want to see just one orbit. So I'll hit mid and I'll go over here. See this auto choose orbits box? That checkbox? That means it's choosing the number of orbits. Well, if I uncheck it and it has 1 highlighted, it's only going to generate 1. Well, maybe instead of that we want to do 15. So I'll check 15 orbits, and it takes a little bit longer to generate, obviously, because there are more orbits. But when I come back, there we go. There's 15, the next 15 orbits for the ISS. Gives you a little good idea of, what that ISS, what it's doing. Now, we're going to go back to the default fixed frame, which is, it'll show 3 orbits. I'm just going to highlight 1 there. We're going to go back. See, we're in the default fixed frame. I'm going to do something here. There's a ground trace option. I'm going to show a ground trace. If I check that box, then the satellite is now on the ground. And it still shows where the satellite is, where the ISS is, but instead of showing the orbit, it shows the ground trace, which becomes particularly interesting if you're talking about geo orbits in fixed frame. You get to see a little figure 8 on the Earth. That's exactly where the satellite's going to be when it crosses overhead. So we're going to bring that back to normal. Head over to the left. We're going to set the default display orbit and inertial frame. There you go. There's the ISS back the way we originally had it. And that concludes today's lesson. Thank you for joining, and tune in for the next edition.